creation of the universe.
Right.
And this principle of Akash is a, a gallery of future events, including the detailed names.
Right.
And that is why the sages could predict the exact names by reading the inscriptions on the Akasha principle.
Right.
And this, to my mind, is the conclusive evidence of the power of prediction and also the power of Siddhi.
So that means, in a way, as you have rightly said, that the Patanjali's principles of Yoga Shastra have got ample evidence by way of this Nadi Shastra and Nadi predictions. What he is saying, that in those various levels of upgradation or uh, going on the progression of the path of ultimate bliss, there are some stages on which this type of siddhis or the miracle type of powers one gets. It is said by Patanjali. But here, when that happens, when somebody gets that siddhi, what type of evidences we can produce, that is a conclusive proof that Nadi Granthas, by way of the siddhas, what we generally called in South as siddhis, person those who are holding siddhis are siddhas. So they have acquired. And what do you think the reason why this type of messages or maharshis had the reason for writing this? Why should they write about people?
In my view, it is the duty or you may say business of the sages to bring about the effects of karma as decided by the creator of the universe.
Right.
And the creator is called in Upanishads Karmadhyaksha. He is the presiding deity of the karma.
Right.
And in Bhagavad Gita it is said that the very creation of the universe is itself a karma of the presiding deity, that is God. Actually it is not God, it is Prakriti. Mayadhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sa Characharam, says Gita. That is Mayadhyakshena, that is who is the presiding deity? Brahma. And Prakriti is the one aspect of Brahma. And it is the creative energy of Brahma. And by his will, she creates. Prakriti is said to be a feminine principle, so she creates the universe. And it is attributed as a karma of the Brahma or Ishvara.
Right.
Of course, you should not understand Ishvara in the sense of a personality, because it is a principle and it is beyond any conception. Nobody can conceive of the nature of Brahma because it is beyond space and time and causality. मन वाचातीत तुझे स्वरूप म्हणून माप भक्ती केली. मन वाचातीत, that is, it is beyond our mind and speech. Of course, we cannot talk about it, we cannot even conceive about it. But it is a principle and is called Brahma, which sometimes is translated as Ishvara also. But it is to be not understood as a person.
Yes.
So she creates the universe and is directed by the principle of Brahma. And that's why it is said Mayadhyakshena. And he is the director. And therefore, the creation of the universe is attributed to him as a karma. It is his karma. Because unless he wills, she will not create. So it is his will. And this karma is of the universe and also all the creatures of the universe. Because it is already determined at the time of creation itself how the universe is going to be formed and under what conditions, under what causes, and these are already predetermined in the sense that everything is written at the time of the creation of the universe in the principle of Akash. So it is not the Akash of five principles, Pancham Mahabhutas. It is a separate principle, but it is called Akasha because it is a picture gallery of the whole universe. That is already just as a reels of film contains the pictures of the producer. Similarly, here the whole universal picture is depicted in the principle of Akasha at the time of creation of the universe through Prakriti. And this predetermination of the whole universe itself is what we say the karma of the universe and also the karma of every individual. We are sometimes beguiled by the sense of our freedom that we are free to do something, but actually we are not free to do anything. Otherwise, how could the sages say that such and such a person's name is Advayananda? How did he know thousands of years ago that a person being born at a particular time is being named Advayananda? Unless it is already determined, unless already it is fixed. So everything is fixed at the time of creation, and this is called predestination, which scientists call predetermination. Of course, uh, this predetermination is in the form of karma, and therefore we are not free to do our karma. We are bound by the dictates of the Creator at the time of our birth, at the time of the universe. Just as the universal karma is determined, so individual karma is also determined at the time of his birth. And Bahuni me Vyatitani Janmani Taucha Arjuna says Krishna, even Krishna, that is God, who is incarnated as a person, has also taken many births, and it is also determined. That is, of course, this God who is taking birth or is being incarnated as a person at a particular time is not the Brahma. It is called Mahat. Mahat is the Ishvara. Why is Mahat called Ishvara? Because the universe itself is a form of personality. Just as our body is in here in that dwelt by our soul, universe is also dwelt by the soul of Ishvara. So universal organism is Ishvara, and he sometimes takes form in the form of a human being, as also determined by the karma. So everything is determined, and this is why I say it is a conclusive proof or evidence of the whole plan of the universe, and we are to follow it as a will of the God. So we say nothing, not even a leaf of a tree moves without the permission of God.
So here you have very aptly said, as I have understood, probably the person, those who are doing this, also may have in their minds some thought processes. That means this karma is for an individual. Karma is for on slightly higher planes for persons like, as you have said, Lord Krishna. For him also it was a karma. And on higher scale, when you are saying that for the universal power also or nature, there is some karma. And for that prakriti or what that thing, for that prakriti or the feminine part of this universal power is also having karma. And because so the karma or the free will, karma is that in the form of that free will. I will do this, I will not do this, whatever that. In the lowest form is that individual form. When I decide to do, I will go on this direction, I will not go this direction. Though it is in my limited phase of free will, I am doing it. But actually I am governed by various wills of various higher planes. And therefore, even though I am saying that this is my free will, actually it is not your free will, it is that universal free will making you to think that you are doing like this. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct. It is illustrated by an example. I will give you an example how it is determined previously and how we are beguiled or deceived as if we are free to do our karma or do whatever we want to do, we are free. We are feeling inside that we are completely free to do whatever we like. But actually, it is the will of God. And this can be illustrated by an example of hypnotism. In hypnotic phenomena, a person who is hypnotized by the hypnotist and when he is under his hypnotic spell, he is at the beck and call of the hypnotist. He is completely under the sway of the hypnotist suggestion. Whatever he suggests, whatever he says, he obeys. For example, in our school there was a hypnotist who performed an experiment. He hypnotized a student and told him that a snake has appeared here and see there it is a snake. And the hypnotist, the person hypnotized actually began to see the snake there and he began to tremble. No, don't be afraid. Take this stick and beat it, he asked him. And he gave him the stick and he began to beat it. He beat it so hard that at last the snake was dead and also he said the snake is dead and the stick also broken. Actually it was broken. And at the time he said, what happened to it? It is dead. Now there was no snake. But he was seeing the snake. At least we have to accept his behavior, conduct, because he was trembling first. And then when he asked him, don't be afraid and beat it with the stick, he began to beat it. Now, do you not think that we are also under hypnotic spell? We are also under hypnotic spell. And the hypnotist is the God. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a verse, Ichchadvesha samuthane dvandva mohani bharata samoham sargeyanti. Samoham sargeyanti. Ichchadvesha samuthena dvandva mohena bharata sarvabhutani samoham sargeyanti parantapa. Sammoham andre means hypnotism. Sammoham means hypnotism. At the time of the creation of the universe, the whole creatures have been under the spell of hypnotic spell of the Ishvara. So they believe that this is a real thing. Every phenomena is accepted as a reality. But actually it is not reality, it is our own hypnotic spell. And we believe it is true. So now the physicists have also come to the conclusion that this universe is not a real universe. It is only a shadow. Actually, Eddington in his book Nature of the Physical World has said that this universe begins to appear as a shadow. And another scientist, Schrödinger, has actually said, we were under the belief that this universe is true, real, but it is not real, it is a shadow. Actually, he also has said. And now all scientists have also accepted it. Because what is substance is only a shadow. And we are believing it to be true because it is in a dense condition. And when we go to the subtle level, we find that there is nothing at all. What is the whole physical universe is made of? It is made of quarks, and they are joined together by gluons. Now, what is quark? Nobody has seen, and nobody can see, theoretically speaking, because the neutrons and protons are made of quarks, and the quark cannot be actually seen even by the
CERN's laboratory and all that.
yes. And even this God particle, so-called God particle, is not seen by them. It is only calculated to be existing there, and that also they are not sure. It is, they say it is 80% we have found it, not 100%. That means it is the calculation which says that there is a God particle.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for giving us a wonderful insight of all the things for which many people are wondering what we need, what is, and what is likely to, and what is the significance of this our shastras which are there. And you have already given very many quotes of Bhagavad Gita and various other scientists or sages, and that is how we understand your ability to uh, give this all the information in a very concise and precise manner. Thank you, sir. We would like to have another discussion subsequently.